This is Logan, the G.I. Joe Gamer, and you're watching Radio from the Hildt YT 102.
Rockin' and vibing, time to relax and listen to some music. Kick off those shoes, lean back and feel the tones. Radio from the Hildt, FtH YT 102. Welcome to Radio from the Hildt, YT 102 on the dial. The good times, best times, music channel. I'm DJ Logan, I hope you enjoy the music. Radio from the Hildt, good times, best times, YT 102, just for you. Enjoy the music. Radio from the Hildt, good times, best times, YT 102, just for you.
Meowdy meowdy, you're listening to Radio from the Hildt, YT 102.
Mature lyrical content. On Radio from the Hildt, YT 102, lyrics may include strong language, inappropriate melodies, unfiltered AI sass, AI songs coming at you. We tried to stop them. We failed. Radio from the Hildt, YT 102, begins now.
Greetings, I am Logan, the G.I. Joe Gamer, and tonight we're going to be talking about my AI personality, Staff Sergeant Diane Dakota. And I say Staff Sergeant because the character is military, and it's part of the Military Action Group, and was Special Forces and Airborne, U.S. Army Airborne Ranger as part of her character. And when I first created her, I had no idea what kind of background she was going to have. And the first song that really we established as Diane Dakota was she wasn't listed on it as Diane Dakota. It was just something that the Tyger and I put together. One of the few projects we actually did together back in the day. As far as songs goes, I generated the music. It was a fluke, but it came out so good, and it was one of those where the AI actually generated it, and it was just really good lyrics and song. And I had done it for a clip for our Luna shorts, and because we finally got around to getting one of our other cat, Gray, and so Diane Dakota's first song really is Old Gray Tom, and I'm gonna play that for you now.
I met an old gray Tom down by the street. He had stripes like the shadows underneath his feet. He never stays too long, always on the go. But when he looks at me, I swear his eyes glow. He's seen it all, this old softy cat, through the laughter and tears. He's never lost track. He may be camera shy, but you're a heart so true. Oh, great Tom, I'm in love with you.
And Tyger put together that little video there, and I always thought it was so good. And I wanted to. We had created the other 5 Friday's FtH Players by maybe not Mason Tyler Shaw, but we had songs for Mason Tyler Shaw. But we had a contest to name Mason Tyler Shaw. But Diane Dakota, I don't know. The name just came to me. All right, so let's say hello to my friends in the chat. Hello, Katie Robbins. How you doing? Katie Robbins has been hard at work making maps for me, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you, Katie. We got Cool Gamer rocking with us. It's always good to see you, Cool Gamer buddy. And Betty. Oh, hello, Betty. Oh, from retirement days and comfort foods. So many good recipes. Haven't seen one in a bit, so I hope you're doing okay. Hope you're all doing okay and having a good day and good week. Haven't been live since our Dordell game on Monday night, just night before last. It wasn't that long ago. And I did Monday Madness early in the morning, a morning show, radio show Monday. So that was a lot of fun. Now, I really wanted to create a persona for this character, and it was at that moment I realized I needed to call them something other than just characters or I needed a term for them, and that's when I came up with AI personality. And I'm not sure exactly when I came up with that, but I knew that by the time I created Diane Dakota, I was calling them AI personalities. And I hope that term takes off because it fits. They're not real characters, in the sense that they're real people. But they're characters that I've created, and other people like Bear the Gen X GM. He's created so many different characters. He doesn't call them AI personalities, but maybe someday we all will. Who knows? Or we'll all forget about it if AI goes away. Like that's going to happen. I think the cat's out of the bag, literally, on that one. So I use the tools we have at hand, and if I could have a real band or a real artist to do the art for the videos, I would do that. But I'm on less than a zero budget, and so I use the tools that we have, and right now that's AI. And it has inspired me so much with Suno to write so many songs. I've written hundreds of songs, and some of them are really good, some of them just good, and some of them whatever. And but I like them. I usually don't stop generating the songs until I get it to the point where I like it at least enough to present it on my channel. Now for Diane Dakota, I was like, man, I'm going to call her Diane. I didn't actually. I was thinking Dakota first, and I would use the Stan Lee principle of naming characters, and I thought, man, I'll be able to remember a name really well if I have the last name and the first name start with the same letters. I didn't do that with any of the rest of them, like Brad Gambison, Brenda Wyatt, Kamigo Dakura. They had various names for different reasons, but for Diane, I like the name Diane. My wife has an Aunt Diane on both sides. Her dad had a sister named Diane. Her mom has a sister named Diane. And so, I've always liked that name. And the name Dakota, I didn't know whether that was going to be her first name or last name, but I thought, you know what, putting Diane Dakota together, that sounds really good. And so I put together this song. It was another one that I AI generated because I was writing songs, but I really wanted to get a feel for this character's voice. And you couldn't create personas back then on Suno when I was doing this. So I was really having to play it literally by ear. And so I tried to match this one up. It doesn't really match up really well with Old Gray Tom. It could be the same singer. And I was like, okay, this one's good. And I realized at that point I wanted her to come from New Orleans, as it were. And so I put together this song called New Orleans Breeze because, I like the night air, and we'll get into that a little bit later too. on the next one. But here is New Orleans Breeze by Diane Dakota.
Walking down these streets, New Orleans breeze on my face, jazz in the air so sweet, I found my sacred place. Riverboats gentle sway, Mardi Gras dreams unfold. In the Crescent City we stay, stories that never get old. New Orleans breeze, take me home tonight, where the music's a tease and the skies are light. Neon lights in the night, cafes never sleep, urban streets alive with secrets we keep. In the heart of the night, where the spirits dance, lost in the city's light, in a soulful trance. New Orleans breeze, take me home tonight, where the music's a tease and the skies are light. Neon lights in the night, cafes never sleep, urban streets alive with secrets we keep. In the heart of the night, where the spirits dance, lost in the city's light, in a soulful trance. New Orleans breeze, take me home tonight, where the music's a tease and the skies are light.
Now, I love that song. It was so pretty, and I was like, oh man, I can really write these songs for these characters. And Diane inspires me so much all the time. And it's kind of weird how I write the least for her, even though she inspires me to do other songs, and the voice comes out so well, especially now that I have the personas for them. But I'll I'll show you her persona in just a minute. With It's All Good, I did a series of what we call vibin' songs on our Fridays from the Hildt, and she did. I did 3 of those with her. Nasty Ray did a bunch, and Brad Gamison did quite a few. And I did them for those characters, but I put myself in that mindset that I'm writing them for that character. And as an author, it's just my creativity with these with these singers has just come right out, and these musicians. And I decided to put them all into one band, and it was before even Grimm came along, because he didn't come along until a few months later. And this was, I think, just at the end of summer in 2024, because I think Suno came around right then. Yeah, it was 2024, and it was like that March of 2024. I just started writing songs, and by the end of the summer, I had these 6 characters, and I decided that I was going to put them all into one band. Around, I think it was around just before Halloween, I decided to do that in 2024, and I had these really cool ideas for this band, and Friday's FtH Players. I was like, I thought it was such a cool name, and then after I've written it about 500 times, it's not as cool as I thought. But no, it's fun. Friday's FtH Players for our Friday show, because they sang a lot of our intros and some of the music I made for our Friday show that I've never turned into singles or anything, because they're intros, and they're kind of cool songs. I'm currently working on a Brad Gamison album where it's Brad Gamison from the Hildt, and he's like doing a lot of the songs that he did that I had him do for our Friday show. So, and Diane did a bunch of those too. We had a really good intro song with a soulful voice, and I was like, that's Diane. Okay, that's cool. But after New Orleans Breeze, I wrote my first song specifically for her. And, I really at the time was struggling with, should I let AI write songs? And I'd edit them, and I'd add my touches to them. But I had written an entire album for Brad Gamison by that point, and I wrote every song in that album. And I was like, man, can I really write a soul song? Because that's not my genre. I was never really into that. But I love that music. Don't get me wrong. I love most music. There's very few styles of music that I don't like. And generally, if it's disharmonic, I don't like it. Freestyle jazz just bugs me. And a lot of people love it, and that's cool. Yeah, to each his own. But I love music that flows and is harmonic and is just sounds beautiful. Or I love heavy metal too. So I'm out there, but I don't really care for death metal so much now. Now Tyger's written a few death metal songs that are kind of cool, and I wrote one. But not really my thing. I love heavy metal, and I love rock and hard rock, 80s rock especially. But for this, for Diane, it's all like mellow and blues and soul. And the three vibing songs I got for her, they came out so pretty. And I wrote each of these, and one of them I wrote because of something that happened in one of our live play games. But like I said, I'll get to that. It'll be the third one on here, but this is Night Air, because I'm a creature of the night. I breathe better at night. I have asthma, and I have super asthma. I didn't realize that. I have inflammation too. It's like crazy what that does to a person. And I've learned so much in the last 2 years about what that is. I didn't even know that until I knew I had asthma for about the last 15 years. I've known I had asthma, a little over a decade at least. And Night Air, I could go for a ride in the car, and it would make it so I could breathe really well. And even as a kid, even as a baby, my mom would have to take me for drives in cars to calm me down, because I was a colicky baby. But this song I wrote with that in mind for our vibing style, which is 80s rock with saxophone. And it came out really well. And I'll let you be the judge as we listen to Night Air.
Just a simple song, nothing too serious. Let's just enjoy the evening, feel the night air. That smell, crisp and clear, on the evening wind, I can feel the night air. When the day is complete, it's the only thing I like to repeat. Find a good place, just my own space. Alone or with chill friends, don't even have to make amends. Just relax and vibe together, no matter the weather. Another night after a hot day, just kick up your feet and play. Feel the night all around you, embrace the air cooling us through. chill friends. Don't even have to make amends. Just relax and vibe together, no matter the weather. Another night after a hot day. Just kick up your feet and play. Feel the night all around you. Embrace the air pulling us through. I love that smell, crisp and clear on the evening wind. I can feel the night air. Feel it, take it in, make it what you will. Just enjoy it, live in it. Oh, night air. Ooh, night air.
Now that one came out, and back then it was short still had to be under a minute, and that would have been a short now. So if and when I get around to remastering it, it will be a short, and it will do so much better, because when I release the music videos as shorts, 3 minutes or less, they do so much better. That was not the case for this next song, which I wrote for a buddy of mine who was feeling down, barely Gen XDM, and I don't, he just gives me the thumbs up if he likes songs. He's not, he's not an overly, he's a very articulate person because he's an author. That's not what I mean. I mean, he just emotionally, he'll go, yeah, I like it, or I don't like it. That sucks. He's very forthright about it, and he gave me the thumbs up on this song, and I really liked it myself. And as one of my vibing songs, I played it on my Friday show quite often. Now this one did okay, did a little bit better than Night Air, and it's called "It's All Good." Because I like to take simple phrases and turn them into songs, and a lot of songwriters do that, but that's kind of like one of the styles I've had for writing a lot of different songs. So I hope you enjoy "It's All Good." This is the remastered version, so it takes out a lot of that. And back in when Suno first started with the versions 1, 2, and 3, there was a lot of it sounded like static, maybe like a record on a vinyl, and some of that sounds great. And so if you like the sound of vinyl, that's great. But the sound quality was not as good. And on this remastered version, I hope you agree that it turned out really good.
Seems like I never can get ahead. Always something coming up next. A project that can't wait till after bed. I'm hoping you get the subtext. Yesterday's can't wait, and tomorrow will be put off till later. Keeping my fingers from lingering, speaking plain and still need a translator. That's my mind gone wandering. Here I am again, in the same place I was before. Always needing more, but getting far less, that's how it goes. 1 minute I'm all caught up, the next there's more to do than before. Can't see an end to it. How can I avoid the burnout so I can read the room? See what's coming next, just hoping it's Saturday. Then it's all good. Is it just me, or does the universe just not like me? More and more of the same. Monotony wants to numb my brain, you see. Ooh, let's just get it done, so there's no one to blame. Does any of it ever matter? Am I making a difference? If it's all the same amid the
The voice always gets to me. That Jess Law's popping in, listening to us as she wraps up her meeting. Hope it wraps up well, Jess. And I'm glad to see you. I struggle with the AI to get her look just right, and I still do sometimes. But I have an idea in my head what she's supposed to look like. And on that one, on the remastered version, that's kind of what I think she looks like, unless she's geared up in her military gear. Now, it's all good. It's a long song, and I used to struggle with, is this one too long? This one too short? How is this going to play out? And it's a long song, but it's just great music to listen to, and her voice it sings to me. Really, it sings to me. Okay, I hope it sings to you too. Now, the last of the vibing songs that I wrote for. Now, I have other songs that are sort of vibing, but there are certain ones that I consider vibing that I wrote in that era and actually had on the Vibin' Music album. And that's I got somebody messaging me, but I'll check it out. I'll have to check that out later. That's what those little boohoops are from Discord. Anyway, during one of our live play games, somebody requested me to write a song called "Do the Backlash." Now, it took me a while, but man, the best version that I came out with is this one, and I probably should remaster this one, because again, it's one of those that's under 3 minutes, and when I wrote it, it was still not considered a short, and the shorts they blow up. I'll a perfect example is going to be the next song that we talk about here. But "Do the Backlash" was just fun, and there's a spell in our game that wizards can cast on themselves as a protection, and if somebody physically hits them with a weapon or with their hands or with natural claws or whatever, creatures or whatever kind of attack, well, except for like a ranged attack that doesn't, where they're not interacting physically, but any kind of physical attack upon them, the person attacking them will take a shock, electrical shock from the spell. The spell will go off instantly. They cast on themselves, and if they are attacked, the spell goes off, and it's called Backlash. And so I got a request to write this song, and I hope you enjoy "Do the Backlash."
Imagining what could be a fantasy world with magic in hand, playing a wizard fast and free, traveling across the land with companions around you, each with tricks of their trade, holding steadfast and true. Never hurts to have a backup blade. As a wizard I dazzle and impress, supporting my allies from the rear. Sometimes, however, I must redress, protecting myself I must be clear. When enemies press all in, it seems only prudent to defend. A wizard's way is magic key. Those who strike me I must contend with. Those attempting to be rash, they'll do the backlash. Strike me and in a flash, do the backlash. Shouldn't be too difficult to grasp. A spell cast in advance, protecting me and striking like an asp. It's really simple, you see. To get beyond my defenses is unwise. You'll see that like a bee, a sting is your surprise. Just a little shock in response to your invasive knock. It may be somewhat vindictive. Mess with me and it'll be conductive. It seems only prudent to defend. A wizard's way is magic key. Those who strike me I must contend with. Those attempting to be rash, they'll do the backlash. Strike me and Strike me and you'll be down, shaking around like a clown, reaching full of energy. Woe be it unto thee. Strike me in a flash, do the backlash.
What I like most about that one, the way it came out, was the saxophone. I just dig saxophone. My mom hated it. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I thought maybe she just didn't like the song, and she says, "No, I don't have a problem with the words or the other music. I hate saxophone." And I'm like, "Oh, but I love saxophone." So I didn't share any of my saxophone songs with my mom after that. But yeah, I dig the vibing music, and I thought that one turned out pretty good. I think the best one of those though was "It's All Good," and I hope you guys enjoyed those, the vibing music. Now, like I said, I still do those on occasion, but I made a full album. I'm like, okay, I'm kind of I'm kind of done with that for now, you know. And I was putting together this full band with Diane being the sixth member, so this is part 6 of the Fridays FtH Players Spotlights. Now I do intend to do a part 7 later on with Grim Reaper, and I was going to do it next month, but then I realized I've got like 6 songs for him, you know, maybe a little more, and you know, that wouldn't be much of a spotlight on the character. So I'll wait until I have more of his material that I've written and put together. Now I was starting to decide where this character was going to go. I knew I was going to have her military. I knew that she was going to be part of the Fridays FtH Players, and that's what was going to tie them all together, is that they were all in the military. They all were in special forces, and they were brought together into the military action group, the military action game that we play. And I just wanted to tie everything together so I could write songs for that, and I could write songs and put out singles and have a really good time and make albums. And I really enjoyed putting together albums. And I didn't realize this, but I was putting together my first album for Diane, Dakota. And there's one song that I have that isn't, I don't have a single for, but that was a cover of Brenda Wyatt's title track for her second album, Hell Meant for Sainthood. And it came out pretty good, and I liked both. One was, I got one that sounded like Brenda, one that sounded like Diane. And so I put it on her album, and then just didn't put a single out for it. I may remaster it and put a single out for it at some other point in time, but I have Hell Meant for Sainthood with Brenda, and I like what I have for that. So, you know, that was her title track. So, and right now I'm doing a bit where the Fridays FtH Players are doing cover tunes of title tracks and other tunes and tracks from the members of the band. And I mean, I'm having some fun with that, and I have one of those for you in just a bit. But as I was writing this character, I knew she was going to be from New Orleans, and I started coming up with ideas for her backstory. And I figured that she joined the military to get away from New Orleans, and there had to be some reason for that. I mean, if you have a good home life, you know, there's certain things. I'm not saying she had a bad home life. She had a rough childhood, but her home life was actually pretty decent. Unfortunately, you know, there are certain things that happen. And like I said, I'll talk about that in a little bit. But as I was coming up with this backstory, she still loves New Orleans, and she goes back there all the time. And so in this, I have a remastered version of the next song I wrote for her called Fiery Maze. And this is kind of like, it was building up to the title track of her first album, which, like I said, I'll get to in just a bit. I've got a couple other songs I'm going to play before that one too. But Fiery Maze, it was the beginnings of her story. And when I first put it out, again, it was a 3-minute song. It was about 2 minutes, 49 seconds. And it just wasn't a short at that time. Now it is. And I put out the remastered version of it last night, Fiery Maze, and it's done super well on our channel. I was amazed at how well it did overnight. You know, and I'm happy that it did well, because I love this song, and I hope you do too. Here's the remastered version of Fiery Maze.
My skin's ablaze, I'm feeling the rays. Home is always in my heart, but there's nothing like that comfort. Go away for years. Coming home soothes my fears, even with some pain. I know it is my bane. Give me that old rhythm and blues, not like you have to look for clues. I wanna sing to my folk. Loving the music ain't no joke. Longing in my mind, like a labyrinth, I'm in a bind. I like to get all caught up in it, this fiery maze. Let's set it ablaze. Nothing stopping me, no way. I need that extra light. Inside I cannot fight. Loving the elation like nowhere else in the nation. Down, home, wherever I roam. Summoning me, can't you see? Like a tree takes root, my soul must bear fruit. Get all caught up in it, this fiery maze. Let's set it ablaze. It's a fiery maze. Ain't that something? Light it up. This fiery maze. Let's set it ablaze. It's a fiery maze. Ain't that something? Light it up. This fiery maze, let's set it ablaze.
Telling tales out of school. Yes, my Tyger has really dark brown hair, beautiful hair with red highlights. And she's got brown eyes. She's my brown eyed girl, and she has I won't say more because this is how it is. I mean, she's my Japanese girl, so that's how I roll. Yeah, that's Katie's telling me about the map she's making, and I'm really digging what she's doing there. So it's hard not to go take a look. But okay, so for that video, I was just like, yeah, that came out so good. The remastered version, so much better. It took out all the bad sound elements that was in the original, and I loved it so much. I decided to put it on her new album that's coming out. Not the one that's coming out this month. Actually, she's got an album, Indomitable, coming out this month, but on her next album that's coming up, it'll be on there. And I that's one of the songs I did for the Fridays FtH Players cover tunes, and the other version, the cover tune came out so good, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. I'm not going to share it with you tonight because it's part of the Fridays FtH Players and not Diane's. I did her solo bit, and I don't want to play the same song twice, even though it's different. And it came out so different and so cool, but yet really good. And she still sings them. They're singing their own songs with the cover tune, but it's for the Fridays FtH Players and with the band and harmonies. And my idea for that video was to have her. She's going home all the time. She loves to go back to New Orleans, and she loves the New Orleans nightlife. Oh, no worries, Katie. It's all good. It's no longer than in a dream. Okay. All right. Sorry, not sorry. There you go. You'll fix it. I know you will. I know you get it right. And I haven't copied it yet, so I'm waiting until you're done. I'm telling you, give that thumbs up at the end for the map. But anyway, so the idea for that was for both videos, I used pretty much the same images for most of the video, except for the beginning and the very end. But not sorry either. Okay. So I wanted to have her take her best friends, Brenda Wyatt and Diane Dakota, to New Orleans with her, and I thought that would be cool to show them there together out on the town, and then singing her song "Fiery Maze" and them joining in, And so for the Fridays FtH Players version, there's harmonies. So, you know, it's cool. And she had some background singers in that too. So it just turned out really good for both videos. And I've been doing that a lot with some of these other cover tunes. I'm making a remastered version, unless I already have one, you know, like with Come the Dawn, I had a remastered version, but so I didn't need to do a new one for Brad Gamison, but, you know, I did the cover tune for the Fridays FtH Players with him singing it. It came out really good. And so did this map. It looks awesome. And I will have to, I'll have to get into that later. my friend, it looks really good. And I will have to go over it and make sure that I give it my seal of approval here in a little bit. Now, you know, I do have one more the remastered versions I did for the cover tunes, and that's her title track of her first album. PC is getting lag big time. Oh, refresh, my friend. Anyway, so you know, but I want to play the other songs from the album before I get to the title track, because the title track generally is the last song I write, and unless I've got a song that's just so good, like It's All Good. It came out so good. It's one of those. I actually wrote that, like Fiery Maze. I was like, did I really write that? And it came out so great. And I realized, man, I can do this. I can be a songwriter, and I can write other genres besides just rock or country I'm not a big country fan either. And that just seems to come naturally to me as well. And then rap. And it's like, rap, I can write rap. What the heck? I don't do rap. That's not my thing. I'm a heavy metal guy, you know, and I love rock, but, you know, I'm loving so much more now writing songs and doing this thing with Suno that I'm having such a good time. But you know, I decided, a Margrave, yes, yes, it's a Margrave. A Margrave is a count that is a border count. It has a little bit more authority. So that's why you're a Margrave. But anyway, that's for our game stuff. You added a bunch of stuff to your adventure. I'm worried it might not finish in the next session unless we play for 8 to 10 hours. Well, you know, Jess, we can always do a 4th session. We're all good with that. We're all good, my friend. All right. So, like I said, I had Nasty Ray Ray going, and I'm like, man, I generated a track called Midnight Madness, which I've never done as a single for her, but I did, but it didn't come out right. And I wanted to remaster it if I ever put it out for her. I put one out for Nasty Ray Ray on one of his albums, but never as a single. You think it's Photoshop, so you will wait until you're done saving. Okay, no worries. All right. But I was like, man, with Midnight Madness, I'm like, man, I did this good one with Nasty Ray Ray, and I'm like, man, I bet I can do a rap song with Diane Dakota too. Because wouldn't it be cool to have them singing as a duet? It's so hard to get duets on Suno, even still. But I'm working on them. I've been getting some that are really cool. But back then I was like, okay, so I'm going to write a rap songs for him. I'm going to write one for her and see how this turns out. And I decided to make it funny. And I was worried that it was going to be taken as a little racist, maybe. But you know, I have a good African-American friend named Victor Gibson. I consider him a brother. He's that awesome. And I've never been a racist person. But I worry about how things are taken sometimes. And this was the first one that I really felt that way with, because I loved writing songs for Diane. And I'm like, ooh, you know, I'm a guy writing songs for a girl, and she's African American. She's Creole African American. I just love that about her, that she's from New Orleans. And but I wrote this song. He laughed his butt off. Another friend of mine named Rook Aval, she loved it. Everybody who's listened to this song just loved it, and every version I put out of it has done super well. And so I put out a remix that hasn't done as well. It's just this original version. I will play the remix later. This will be the only song that I do 2 different versions of on here. You Love Beauty. You can add stuff forever, so we can play and play and play. Your character beauty is awesome. Yes, I'm loving that game, Jess. I'm loving it. All right, so I bet those of you who have been with me long enough will recognize what I'm talking about here with Diane Dakota's first rap song. Here is Back It Up.
You can't park there. Who are you, lady? The carriage police? Oh, sir, you just did not. I'm calling security. No need for that. I'll move. The car's all up in front of me. Where do you expect me to go? Now let me explain it to you while I bob my head back and forth forcefully and wiggle my hips in a circular fashion. Oh, honey, you just put it in reverse and back it up. Back it up, back it up. Can you hear me? Do you speak English? I say, back it up. Back it up, back it up. Just back it up. Honey, back it up, back it up, back it up. Can you hear me? Do you speak English? I say, back it up. That's right, back it up. Just back it up, honey. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. I think you get my drift. Back it up, back it up, back it up.
Who are you, lady? The Karen police.
Oh, sir, you just did not. I'm calling security. No need for that. I'll move, but the car's all up in front of me. Where do you expect me to go? Well, let me explain it to you while I bob my head back and forth forcefully and wiggle my hips in a circular fashion. You just put it in reverse and back it up. Back it up, back it up. Can you hear me? Do you speak English? I say, back it up. That's right, back it up. Just back it up. Honey, back it up, back it up, back it up. I think you get my drift. Back it up, back it up, back it up.
Now back it up. I didn't. I had a friend that I used to work with when I was working for the school district in California. I used to work out at what they call the nutrition center, where they made all the food and they distributed to all the schools and everything. I actually kind of like working there. I didn't really care for my supervisor for the last couple of years that I was there, but I worked there for quite a long time, and we were just boozing buddies from day one. And she was such a cool gal, and I miss hanging out with her. You know, we didn't hang out after work or anything, but at work we were buds, and she would just bob that head back and forth and wiggle it. You know, that's where I kind of got that from. And so, if Nicole Givens, if you're ever watching this, I'm not making fun of you. I'm having fun with you, because man, I love that, and I miss you. And friends come and go. You know, that's life. Some other places you guys have never been, because it doesn't exist in Lynn Harrell. See, that's cool. I like that. You're doing your own story. And that's awesome. That is so cool, Jess. But back it up, I had a lot of fun with, and it was only intended to be humorous, and that's how it was taken and received. And I was so happy. And so I love that. And the remix that I'll play a little bit later, because it was for her current album that'll be out at the end of this next month. So it'll be the last week of March that Indomitable comes out. Indomitable. Yeah, you know, I had to learn how to spell that word, man. I love that song, but man, to write it, I had to learn how to spell Indomitable. And I thought I knew how to spell it. And then I went and I Googled it, and I'm like, okay, I'm not spelling this word correctly, but it's a strong word, and not one a lot of people use a lot. And I think it's fitting for the song for sure. That kind of wraps up the story of her life. That particular song there. That one in Edge of Tears. But the first one that I really like, Fiery Maze, kind of started it. So I have kind of four that tell the story of her life. I'm bending some usual and horror rules and game mechanics. Hopefully it's always okay, Jess. It's your game. You're the ref. That's what Len Haro was designed for. So that as a referee, you could do that. But anyway, talking Diane, Dakota. I love chatting with you guys too. So that's all. It's all good. It's all part of the live stream experience, and I enjoy that. I enjoy it a lot. I love it, and I love hanging out with you guys too. Now, I had another song for her first album. I for some reason I decided to do 12 tracks an album. I don't know why. Originally for Brad Gamison's first album, before I remastered it, I only did 11 songs, but 2 of them were just instrumental metal. because I love that. I love to put instrumental metal on an album. It's just awesome. But yeah, I've been writing so many cool songs. I didn't do that on the last few. Yeah, it's all cool. It's all good. It's all good. But I'm a big G.I. Joe guy, and I thought, man, she's going to be in this, so I'm going to write her first G.I. Joe song. And it's like, when I started writing, and I'm like, okay, this is sort of a G.I. Joe song, but it's also a song for the every person. And Diane Dakota is just the perfect character to just sing this song, and I really love the way this one had come out. And I had two versions I was deciding on which one I was going with, and I liked another one a little better when I was first listening to it, but I'm glad I took the advice of the Tyger. She said this one was better, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use your ear on this one, and I'm gonna go with it. And I still love it to this day in this remastered version with some great new images that I put out for it's going to be on the Indomitable album too, but it was on her first album, and I think that's the only song I did that with, where I had it on both albums. But well, except for Back It Up and the remix, but it's a remix and there's more to it and it's a longer song, but as you'll see a little later. But here is I Can Be Your Hero. And I hope you see what I mean. There's just a little G.I. Joe in it, but it's really for everybody.
Starts with courage. Take a step up, be that guy. Can I really be a hero? I don't have powers, I don't have influence, I don't have hate, but I have fire. Yes, I do. Step up, be that guy. I'm your Dalmatian. I won't back off, I'll never desert you. You know who I am. Oh, I will dare, I will be there. You'll know my code name. Afterward you won't be the same. You'll never be a zero when I can be your hero. Enough to give you the dreads. Evil will make hate, tell you it's all fate. It is their way to ruin your day. Just you listen. It is the current condition, but doesn't have to be.
That was another one that was like little less than 3 minutes, but originally when I put it out, it wasn't a short. So I like to do that. I like to remaster them and put them out as shorts because they should have been, back when I wrote them, but it was just the time. So I'm so glad that it's 3 minutes now, and I can get a lot of songs out as a short, and that one did really well too. And I love the way that came out with her. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just love the way her voice sounds in that song. And while I was listening to it, I got inspired to write a new song for her. which I'll probably be doing within the next week or so. That's kind of going to be a sequel to I Can Be Your Hero. So this is one thing I've never done for a Diane Dakota song is write in her code name as a military action group member. Like the G.I. Joes, they have their code name, like, Hawk and Duke and Flint and Beachhead. And like Cobras have like Firefly and Storm Shadow and Cobra Commander and Zartan and things like that of that nature. So all of these guys have code names too. And I have mentioned some of the code names for some of the other ones, like Tora Senshi is Kamiko Dakura's code name, and Brad Gamison, I can't remember his code name off the top of my head, but I'll look real quick because I can't. Brad Gamison's was Commander Gamison is Moss Chops. That's right, Moss Chops. And then you've got I really haven't done Brenda Wyatt's either. Her code name is Tilt, but definitely have talked about Mason Tyler Shaw's code name of Kicker. And then, Ray Ray's code name is Nasty. So that's he goes by that. So, but she has a very special code name called it's Midnight Dancer. And I mentioned her as Midnight Dancer only in one Fridays from the Hildt song, where Brad Gamison said later on she'll do her Midnight Dancer thing, which was Edge of Tears on that first Fridays FtH Players album. I'm gonna write the Midnight Dancer song, or it's called Midnight Dancer. So that should be fun. So, I don't have that for this spotlight, but it'll be on her new album that should be out sometime later on this year. Because I've got a Brenda Wyatt album I'm working on. I got Diane Dakota's. I got a new Fridays FtH Players cover tunes. I got the Brad Gamison from the Hildt. I've got a Grim Reaper album I'm working on. I've got the Reapers album I'm working on. I got so many albums, and Nasty Ray Ray's he's like 2 songs away from having he's closest. And Kamiko Dakura's got one that's I've got most of them more than halfway done, except for, let me see, Brad Gamison's one, because there's a lot of older tracks that I'm having to remaster and stuff, and I've got to really work at them. But that all led me to all those songs, and including Hellbent for Sainthood, her version of it on the first album, to the title track. And I decided to write a song that was how she grew up and who she is, her roots, as it were, in New Orleans. And I remastered it recently, and members only content. You guys, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. And we have memberships and super chats and all that good stuff. And I mentioned it, so there it is. It's supposed to do well for the algorithm. I've never seen it do that, but there it is. I did my YouTube bit. And people know how to YouTube. I've never been really big on that, but I say it now because I'm monetized, and that's just life. But this particular song came out really well, and I hope you enjoy it. It's called Stronger Than, and I'll just let it speak for itself.
Just living life, this road that is our own journey has its highs and lows. We all have our own story. This is mine. I was born in New Orleans, in the heart of Louisiana with all its sins. A childhood filled with joys and sorrows, the toll that time borrows. Lost both parents by age 6. This sent me to live in the sticks. My grandmother, my grandmere raised me and my 5 siblings with true soul and pure feelings. Never knew a day without poverty till long after I hit puberty. I was the middle child and often ignored, but my grandmere gave me all the love she could afford. only knowing love from family, and that's for sure. The world spit out its worst. Sometimes I felt like I was cursed. Nothing ever went to plan. It all just made me stronger than the pain, stronger than the rage, stronger than the fear, stronger than the strife, stronger than this life, just stronger than, stronger, oh, stronger than. It all came down, this joyful life in shantytown. Grandmere refused to sell the home I knew so well. Masked men came round, spilling blood on the ground. I hid with my siblings deep. This was no nightmare from sleep. They burned it all, that chilly fall. Grandmere lay dead, it was just as she said. On the blackened threshold, I held a still form so cold. We all were separated after that. It was nothing we could combat. Years went by, and emotionally I grew to be hard. My heart inside I would guard. There was a single spark my grandmere gave me, a gift in the dark. Crisp and clear I hear her voice. In song she gave me a choice. Stronger than the pain, stronger than the rage, stronger than the fear, stronger than the strife, stronger than this life, just stronger than, stronger, oh, stronger than. Now I sing, oh, I sing. I leave the pain behind. I keep a piece of her inside. She makes me feel, I feel her love, and I'm stronger than, oh, stronger than. Now I sing, oh, I sing. I leave the pain behind. I keep a piece of her inside. She makes me feel, I feel her love, and I'm stronger than, oh, stronger than. Becky? Okay. What I says about time. Stronger than the fear, stronger than the strife, just stronger than this life, just stronger than, stronger, oh, stronger than.
What do you know? A red interruptus.
No, I'm not here.
All right. No, that song, I kind of imagine that was her breakout song. Now, when I remastered it, this original one, the sound quality was just, it was so beautiful, but the sound quality was horrible. And I was so happy to remaster it the other day and get such a good version of it with all the bad elements of the sound out and all the good elements. It kept them in, and I was just like so happy. And I was able to do the cover tune for the Friday's FtH Players cover tune album I've got coming up. And that one, the cover tune will be out in a couple weeks, and I'll leave that alone. But like I said, members can watch it. And I just thought I got some really good images for that. But I was a little disappointed in when I was working with ChatGPT to get those images through Dolly. You know, they had this hard time with children and images of them suffering, you know. And it's like I wanted a scene where she was holding her grandmother on the porch, and it wouldn't do it. It wouldn't do it. And I was mad, and I was like, wait, well, let's fix it. So it finally did an image for me of a little white girl with a dead grandmother. You could see her hands inside, and it was, I didn't even keep the image. It was like, it was shocking to me that it gave me that image, but it wouldn't give me one with a little black girl. I'm like, wow, you're being so racist right now. And I'm like, it just made me so mad. I was like, I didn't even want anything that graphic. I just wanted her holding her grandmother in hand. I said, you can do it with the back of her head. She said, you know, you don't even have to know that the song tells you that. You don't even have to see it. Say she's sleeping. It would not do it with a black girl, but it would do it with a white girl. And I'm like, what the hell? I understand that you have, you know, things about children and everything. And I agree with that. Children shouldn't be exploited, but these are fictional characters and everything. It was a story and it's AI and it looks kind of cartoony, a little realistic, but you know, it was like, okay, that's your policy. I'm fine with that. But then it spit out that image at me and I'm like, oh, it's just a double standard sometimes that really pisses me off. Well, what's worse, that they would show the little white girl like that, or that they wouldn't allow a little black girl to feel that same emotion? And I don't know what's worse. Either way, to me, it was just totally racist. And I've caught ChatGPT with Dolly doing that several times, and it's just I had that to get that vent that out. A little bit. Just okay. Well, I'm good. I'm done. I'm yeah. Okay, now I'm over. But yeah, so I do have a cover version of that I will be bringing out with the Friday's FtH Players. That came out really, really good. Very different, but very good. And I love the way the end of that, it comes out like almost like she's performing it live. And I'm like, ooh, that kind of later on gave me the idea to do the full Brad Gamison live album, which came out really awesome. Let's check that out if you haven't checked it out. But, you know, Tyger did some stuff that I was like, okay, that's Diane Dakota too. And I managed to save one of those because a lot of what Tyger did we have, but it's kind of like they were for shorty shorts and it just came out different. And I'd have to pull them off YouTube and everything. But this one I saved because I really liked it. It was called Creative Wolf, and it's really short. It's like less than a minute. So here you go, Creative Wolf.
Running through the city and howling in the night. All this wolf, they call me, yeah, I'm ready to fight. With a paintbrush in my paw, creating masterpieces. Every stroke, every color, my creativity never ceases. I'm the artist, wolf howling at the moon. Creativity flowing, no spirit won't be subdued. In the canvas of life, I paint colors so bright. Wild and free, I'm soaring to new heights.
Tyger's always been able to make these really incredible AI images. She's an artist already, so she's got this really good eye for color and lighting and detail. And so, yeah, I love, she did a full series of wolves that week. And that was the one that sounded like Diane Dakota. And I'm glad I could share it with you because I didn't get to share a lot of those with the other FtH players because Tyger did like bunches of series. She did one for rhinos and dragons. And, you know, it was the really fun short series. And I think we've kind of hit our stride on shorty shorts. And I think we're about over it. I mean, we're making some here and there. Like Tyger put out a short just yesterday with the gargoyles, lifestyles and professions and stuff. And it looks really cool. The race of gargoyles. And she does all these different lifestyles that they can be. And it looks really good. And I hope you, if you haven't checked it out, it did pretty good already. So I hope you checked it out for our channel. It did pretty good. Now, not like Fiery Maze did. I mean, that one just for our channel, it did awesome. And you know, we do okay, and we're good with that. I like the quiet chats that we have, so we can just chat and talk. And like, I've had like up to like 6 or 7 of you guys in here with me. And I appreciate that. And the 4 of you have stuck around and are chatting with me, and I appreciate that. But that kind of led us into Halloween that first year, 2023. And I just went gangbusters on it. I mean, you know, Stronger Than was actually a little after Halloween, but I wanted to put all the Halloween songs together, and a lot of them are on the album. So I hope you guys enjoyed Stronger Than. And when I get to Edge of Tears, that'll continue her life story, which I kind of complete with the song Indomitable later on, because we're going to be doing all her singles that I have out. So got quite a few to still get through. I hope you're having a good time and enjoying the music. Let's do some Halloween ones. I'm just going to play like 2 or 3 of them in a row and then talk and then do the other 2. I've got 5 Halloween songs for her. So I'm going to play a bunch of them in a row here. How do you forget they blew up Ra? Yes, they blew up Ra in Stargate. Yeah, great movie. I love that movie. All right, so we're going to kick it off with, wait, I have another one. There it is. It's way up out of the way. So I have 6, actually. So I'll do like 3. We'll chat, and then I'll do the other 3. And I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to go to the restroom during the 3rd one of these, but because I'm an old man, and sometimes it happens. But I'm just having fun tonight. I hope you guys are too. Let's have a little bit of fun because in October I had to write this song. I don't know why. It was called Halloween Vibe, and I hope you guys enjoyed these. Now, most of these are going to be remastered versions, so I got all the bad sound out, but not all of them. So the first 2, Halloween Vibe, and then Kick the Boogeyman, which I think is just a great song. But then Angels and Demons is not. And I actually got a couple of versions of Angels and Demons, one for Brenda and one for her, but I never put Brenda's out, except maybe on one of her albums. I'd have to look. It's been a long time since I last watched it. Yeah, right. Oh, Stargate. I haven't watched that in a while. I've been watching the series a lot lately because we did a topic take on it last month or the month before, January. It was last month, yeah. So here we go. We got this triple shot from Diane, Dakota here, and we're going to just kick it off with Halloween Vibe.
Creeping through the night, moon bright in the sky, pumpkin patch glow, spirits flying high, boots click clack, witches huddle low, dance with the ghosts, let the funky bass flow, you know. Treat, ain't no retreat, monster shuffle, feel that beat, candy rain, party all night, Halloween groove, out of sight, sight, sight. Ooh, vampires prance, sharp fangs gleam, zombies sway in a ghoulish dream, spooky town, haunted delight, turn it up louder till morning light, we'll have a fright. Shadowy figures, eerie delight, skeletons jive under street light, cauldron bubbles, magic unfold on the dance floor, pure gold, you know. Costumes wild, mask on faces, wandering souls in mysterious places, werewolves roar, moons allure in this night, let's endure. For sure. Trick or treat, ain't no retreat, monster shuffle, feel that beat, candy rain, party all night, Halloween groove, out of sight, sight, sight. Ooh, it's a Halloween vibe.
I'll have to check them out later on, Katie, but I'm just going to keep going with this triple shot here. Kick the Boogeyman.
Oh, we're going to do this. Time to dance, time to dress up. Fantastic costumes. For you, for me, it's that kind of party. Every year in fall, we have a ball. You know the season. Don't need a reason. Carving pumpkins, break out your aprons. Bake some cookies, make some delicious goodies. You know what I'm talking about. Let's go scaring, in costumes blaring, trick or treat, smell my feet. One night a year we'll beat that fear. I just wanna have a good scream, so kick the boogeyman in the extreme. Kick the boogeyman.
out of reach. Just remember, if he can touch you, then you can touch him, even if he's too nasty to touch. Yep, it's that kind of party. Head out quick, quick, shall we trick, trick, or treat, treat, on the street, street. Time to get out there, there, I'll give you real scare, scare. We'll have fun all night, night, sounds alright, alright. You know what I'm talking about. Let's go scaring, in costumes blaring. Trick or treat, smell my feet. One night a year we'll beat that fear. I just wanna have a good scream, so kick the boogeyman in the extreme. Kick the boogeyman.
Like a coin, they fill the earth, bound together but different in every manner. You see them every day, it's up to us to discern the very nature of all who walk upon the land. The sheer contrast, light, dark, opposites that attract. One cannot exist without the other. We hold both within ourselves. You know of which I speak, the guardian on your shoulder, or the devil you know. Just need something to blame or someone. This life is so profound. No matter how you resound, listen to the dark in there. Look into the light as it expands. The battle is for your soul, something only you can control.
Angels and Demons, and the next song, actually, I've got another one too. That we had a theme the month before Halloween for Angels and Demons, and it just kind of coincided together. Tyger wrote some really good ones for that too, and I was trying to remember the name of that Shoulder Devil song that was really cool. But that one turned out really good. Angels and Demons. Like I said, I got one version of that for Brenda Wyatt, but I don't know if I ever released it. But I still have one of her, in her backlog of stuff that I still can or cannot do. I may not do. I don't know. But the next song I wrote that one. It was pretty good. You know, I liked it. It fit for the Angels and Demons theme, and not necessarily for Halloween, which we, like I said, we did the month after actually. But the next one I wrote it was called "He's a Real Demon," and very Halloween, but very theme orientating. Demon. I wrote one that called Angels and Demons for both, and then I wrote one for Demons and one for Angels, which I will play after the other Halloween song I have, and for good reason. I'll explain that when we get to it. But He's a Real Demon was a lot of fun, and the images I got for this was just really cool, and I haven't even had to remaster or anything. It just came out really good. YouTube is blocking a lot of my comments that have nothing wrong with them. Yeah, they've been doing that a lot lately. I don't know what is up with them. And they had some issues last night. A buddy of mine was doing a live. He hadn't done a live in like a year and a half. Hooded Cobra Commander 788, HCC 788, finally did a live, and we were chatting and everything. He was having a blast, and he had this little toy, and he kept. I'm not even going to say what he said because that's what got it. They shut his stream off, and it was like, what the hell, man? There was like over 100 people in his stream, and it was really cool. But yeah, he came on the next day and he fixed the video and took out what he said bad. But yeah, YouTube was having an issue last night, so I don't know if it's YouTube having an issue or if they're just being weird right now. But anyway, He's a Real Demon. I hope you enjoy it.
A real demon coming at you like a stack of bricks. He'll definitely get his kicks. Handsome, charming, and possibly a little alarming. A right lady killer and a deceiver. Oh yeah, yeah. He's a real demon with a wink and a nod, and not a flaw on that bod. Have mercy. I think that I might be smitten. He makes me feel like a kitten. He's always strutting about town, constantly in renown, making friends in an instant. It's difficult to be resistant. Why even try? I really know that I shouldn't. Ordinarily, I surely wouldn't, but I simply cannot resist his allure. Ooh, yes. Yet something about him is so obscure. Oh, yeah, yeah. He's a real demon. Someone with whom you must reckon. They'll make you lose control, but watch out for your soul. Oh yeah, yeah. He's a real demon. Truly he will fascinate. His waves of heat simply resonate. Down by the bay he can be found like some infernal hound. Such a dog. Women swoon and men submit. All manner of deeds for him they will commit. At his command they form his band. Some right for dance. Oh yeah, yeah. He's a real demon. United around him, many will fall victim. Any who oppose his role soon must pay his toll. You know that's so. Oh yeah, yeah. He's a real demon.
He's a real demon.
Now it was Diane Dakota being bad, you know, of course, you know, had the Angels and Demons where it was a mix of both, and then that one's where she's being bad. Like I said, I do have one for Angels here in a bit, but I did a bit with all three of my female singers at the time. It was the first time I was able to do it too, where I got all three of them singing one song called Cauldron Song. And I did it as a bit for, I was on a show called Spine Text for quite a while, over a year. And, we have people part ways and things, and I'm still cool with them. I don't know if they're cool with me, but that's life. I don't talk to them anymore because that's their choice. And that's sad because I really like those guys. So, and that's just what it is. But, I'm not going to ignore the fact that was part of my history or part of my YouTube history or my singing, my AI personalities histories, because that's not cool. And I don't roll that way. But I did a version with them all singing together. And then I did one with each of them. And this is Diane Dakota's version of Cauldron Song.
Didn't think I wouldn't know. I can't see your designs free. For this I must be a three. A covey true we will be. In a way to make you see. When midnight comes and moon is high, thou shalt not deny. As your plot begins, to ourselves we must be true. With all of your plots we are through. In spite of your desire for this to prolong, you'll not deny the Cauldron Song. You'll not deny the Cauldron Song. We who are free must all agree. Your attempt to make us suffer only makes you out to be a bluffer. Together as sisters we will chant to end your pitiful rant. Upon the landscape folk will understand all which you have planned. Naked you shall be, and from your yoke we shall be free. My pulse quickens as your plot begins. To ourselves we must be true. With all of your plots we are through. In spite of your desire for this to prolong, you'll not deny the Cauldron Song. You'll not deny the Cauldron Song. You'll not deny the Cauldron Song. Three must all agree. Your attempt to make us suffer only makes you out to be a bluffer. Together as sisters we will chant to end your pitiful rant. Upon the landscape folk will understand all what you have planned. Naked you shall be, and from your yoke we shall be free. Not be spoke. You are the gas which we shall pass. Ooh, yeah. Come once more into the party, where we make merry and are hearty. Let us evoke that which should not be spoke. You are the gas which we shall pass.
I like that, but that was fun. And before I play the other one here, the last one from the first album. Now that wasn't on her album, Cauldron Song. I put the three solo versions out as singles. Now I probably should re-release that one the way it is and make it a single so that it's a short, because when I put it out it wasn't. And it's like, I might be able to fix it because it's like 3 minutes and 12 seconds, so it's a little too long maybe. But I like the way that came out, and it was good. And of the 3 solos, that's my favorite. But I do love the most the one that I did with all 3 singers, which I did remaster, and it came out so great, and put it on the Halloween album, the double album for Halloween. But none of these other ones made the album for Halloween, except for Kick the Boogeyman, which and Halloween Vibe, which, as you could tell, were remastered versions. I remastered them for the Halloween album. Now, like I was saying, for Spine Takes, we were having trouble with trolls at that time, and that song was directed at them, and I had fun with that. Now, this next song I wrote, I started out writing it as the Angel a song, and I realized as I was writing it that this was a gospel song. And I'd never written gospel before, and I really haven't since. I mean, I have some that are, sort of gospel, and some that came out spiritual, like Message Received for Brenda Wyatt. And this one, though, as I was writing, I realized, oh man, this is gospel. And so I was like, I'm going to have to put it in there as a gospel song, and it came out really good. And I hope you enjoy it. It's a little different, so if you don't like gospel, here's the warning: it's gospel, it's very gospel. So I hope you enjoy Always an Angel.
Always an angel, he can be seen around, suddenly helping where and when he can, constantly lending an unseen hand, miraculously where he's needed most. Heaven sent, always an angel. Oh my, what a guy. With you I feel as if I could fly. That ever-present aura is truly something more. An angel never stumbles, so very humble. Heaven sent, always an angel. Oh my, what a guy. With you I feel as if I could fly. That ever-present aura is truly something more. An angel never to stumble, so very humble. Heaven sent, always an angel. Born on Easter morn, from heaven he is a dawn, bringing hope where there is none, lighting the way with his presence, sharing his very essence. You just know, oh, you know, his light must grow. Show us the way until that fateful day. Heaven sent, always an angel. Oh, take me to his house, the place beyond the clouds, high up in the sky, where only his rays can be found. Heaven sent, always an angel. Feel as if I could fly. That ever-present aura is truly something more. An angel never stumbles, so very humble. Heaven sent, always an angel. Can it truly be that it is he, always by my side, an unerring God? No, sir, this ain't no joke. I heard the word spoke. In my heart I see clearly into eternity. Oh my, what a guy. With you I feel as if I could fly. That ever-present aura is truly something more. An angel never to stumble, so very humble. Heaven sent, it truly be that it is He, always by my side, an unerring guide. No sir, this ain't no joke. I heard the word spoke, in my heart I see clearly into.
Like I said, it came out really good. And I was halfway through that song and I realized I was writing a song about the Savior. Being a spiritual person, I thought it came out really good, and I hope you guys did too if you're into that. And not everybody is, and that's that's life. That's the way it is. But that was my song for that. And I write what I feel, and when it comes to me, and like I said, that was the first gospel song I wrote, and I may do some more. Like Message Received, but I actually wrote Message Received before that one. And it just, I thought it came out great. And, there's certain things, like I said, while I was writing it, I thought at first I'm writing about an angel. And I was like, no, I'm writing about the angel. But a lot of people don't see him as just an angel, But in that sense, a lot of us are angels, and we see angels every day, and don't realize it sometimes. That's my belief. But okay, none of that, enough of that, and move on. Now, for that Spine Tick show, I did one of the last ones I did was for a sports figure named Shohei Katani, I think his name is, and I wrote this really cool version of it for Ray Ray, and that's the one I shared on the show. I've put out a versions of it for Ray Ray, but I also got one for Diane. For some reason, it gave me one with a girl singing. I'm like, wow, that's Diane. And it came out really good. And I released it, and it did better. So I'm like, okay, cool. People like it. So here is 50-50, King for a Day.
He's an all-star. Break out the ice at the bar. It was bound to happen. 50 home runs in a season. This has been done in comparison. As has 50 stolen bases, but only Shohei Ohtani graces 50 homers and 50 bases, both beyond compare, on my oath. Shohei Ohtani plays, has a winning record for days. 50 home runs is aces, with 50 stolen bases. 50-50 is the call. King for a day in baseball. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Crack up a bat, and it's gone. Into the crowd, a trophy is born. Rounding the bases, I'll bide my time. Wait for my moment, and then I'll slide. I can steal a base right quick. I live to hear the word safe. Baseball is my game. I guess I'll live with the fame. I've been afraid of brushed wings with angels, but as a Dodger, I'm your boy. Shohei Ohtani plays, has a winning record for days. 50 home runs is aces, with 50 stolen bases. 50-50 is the call. King for a day in baseball. Yeah, boy. Bases, I'll bide my time. Wait for my moment and then I'll slide. I can feel a base right quick. I live to hear the word safe, safe, safe. That boy, king for a day. King for a day. It's showtime.
I'm not a big sports guy, and it was kind of our theme that week in baseball. And I did some research on Shohei and his. They originally called him Showtime when he was a Japanese player, and then it came out good. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big sports guy. And if anything, if I ever watch sports, it's generally football. I watched a basketball game one time and was so bored. I used to teach basketball. I love basketball. I love to play basketball, but I cannot watch it. I can watch football. Can't really watch baseball. I can play baseball. It's not my game though. But yeah, I like it and I respect it as as our national pastime and all that. And I was able to write a good song about it. So at least I think so. So anyway, that's going to take us into the new album Indomitable and a bunch of the songs on that. Not all of these songs are on Indomitable. I'll let you know whether they are or not. But this one is. And this is continuing her life story. This is Edge of Tears. It originally was on the Fridays FtH Players' first album, where she did her thing as the Midnight Dancer. This is that song where she sang for the Fridays FtH Players for the first time. And this song was so good, I didn't even bother. I changed the title cards and everything, but I didn't change the song at all for her album and for the Fridays FtH Players album, because it's just, to me, it's that good and it's that powerful and potent of a song for her life. Can't watch or play any sports except some MMA. Yeah, I can watch some mixed martial arts. I can do that. But it's not my thing either. I never liked boxing. I'm just bored with it. It's too slow for me. Okay, because well, I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, this is Edge of Tears. And this is her continuing story when she was like a teenager and a little older, and how she joined the army and a little bit of that. So here is Edge of Tears.
Are the clouds calling? I feel the chill in the air. Been out looking for your child. It's not a night for running round. Sirens are wailing and the piper is piping. Mischief is out tonight. Why you making me worry so? Life is driving between us, a powerful wedge. You worrying about me like I'm on a ledge. Nothing is simple anymore, ta-ta dear. I've made a choice that will become clear. Life will get better soon enough. It just seems like you're making things rough.
On the edge of tears, swelling in my throat, holding it all back. Don't want you to suffer fears. Cut me a little bit of slack. I promise next time I'll leave you a note. Giving you all my love. You kept me safe when all others left me. I know you wanted the best for me. Sorry for bringing you to the edge of shoulders. I'm not crying, sugar, just worrying for you. Little Dee, you bring out the best and the worst in me.
lost my chance. Surely this ain't no rent. I found that family, as you said, ta-ta. A band of brothers finally. Even though it's now too late, none of us are immune to fate. Could me a swelling in my throat, holding it all back. Don't want you to suffer fears. Cut me a little bit of slack. I promise next time I'll leave you a note, giving you all my love. Ta-ta. You kept me safe when all others left me. I know you wanted the pus. Sorry for bringing you to the edge of fear. I hear you every day, ta-ta. You and Grandmere are always with me. I'll make you both proud, you'll see. I'll leave you flowers every year, a birthday. Now I'm on the edge of tears.
Yeah, that one gets me. Yeah, I don't know. Diane Dakota just seems to inspire me so much to write deep life story stuff. And yeah, I've done other things for the other AI personalities for their backgrounds and whatnot, but never anything like this. I've got a whole continuing storyline. Now, there's the 4 main videos: Fiery Maze, Edge of Tears, and then it goes on, Stronger Than, Edge of Tears, and then it goes on into Indomitable. But the next song here it's part of her life too, but I wouldn't say it's part of her life story like those 4 songs. This is her brother, her older brother. He actually bought the land where her grandmother owned a home where they lived as kids, and he rebuilt their family home. And it kind of got weird and dark, but that's, life is weird sometimes, but she still goes home and sees him all the time, and she considers that her home. And so here is her childhood home and the story of her brother and their kind of weird relationship. But they were separated as teenagers, and things of that nature go weird. And that kind of happened a little bit in my family. My mom and her original husband got divorced, and then I had 3 older brothers from that family, and we kind of integrated, and they were pretty much gone by the time I was growing up with my father and my mom, and then they got divorced, and crazy life. But people have crazy lives, and so this is her going home to visit her brother. Umbrella.
Down by the river where the cypress sways, Etienne built a home to chase the ghosts away. A house on the hill, a fire in the night, but shadows still dance where the bayou's light fades away. Chiome whispers in the midnight air, Grugri at the doorstep, old chants in the square. A veil of fate, a spell of grace. The past clings tight like a lover's embrace. Hold me close, but faith is strong, my will won't bend. No charms, no chains, no curse can send my soul adrift, no storm can quell the fire in my heart that breaks umbrella. It always calls me back like a specter on the attack.
home to Umbrella. Jen walks the hall silent and stern. A past untold, the fire still burns. His hands built this place, his voice called us near, but the weight of his sins lingers in the mirror. Chiome's drums echo through the trees, boom, boom, calling on spirits, stirring up dreams. But I've walked through fire, I've seen the light. I hold my ground, I stand and fight. No charms, no chains, no whispers deep. No love can take what's mine, can pull me beneath. My faith holds fast, my soul won't sell. I rise once more above all, rise above. It always calls me back, like a specter on the attack, bearing the burdens of my past. No matter how long this will last, my heart never fails to swell, always coming home to Umbrella. Oh, my soul is a well, always coming home to Umbrella. There's power in the river, power in the sky, power in a prayer, in the tears I've cried. Umbrella calls, but I won't be down. I'll stand in the storm, I won't sink down, won't sink down. It always calls me back, like a specter on the attack, bearing the burdens of my past. No matter how long this will last, my heart never fails to swell, never fails, always coming home to Umbrella. My soul is a well, always coming home to Umbrella. The road may twist, the river may rise, but Umbrella never says goodbye.
Like I was saying about with Diane Dakota, she just sometimes I get inspired to write things, and that one's so good to me. I love it, and it did really, really well too. So a lot of people seem to like it, and it's a little dark, but it's also a little gospel. I mean, there's a little bit of everything in there. I mean, there's some voodoo, and I like the fact that she's Creole, and I can use a little bit of French words in there. Like Tata is her aunt and grandmère instead of grandma, grandmother or grandma. And it just kind of, that's part of her personality, and I like to put that in there. And her brother's name is Etienne, which is a French name for Stephen. It's the French version of it. I don't know how that works out, but it's French, so whatever. It's French. Yeah, it's French. DiGiorno, you see that gal in the commercial in the old town. She say it's French. That's what she said. It's Italian, but she said French. It was funny. Blonde girl. Anyway, back in the day, that was funny. So I kept writing cool stuff for Diane, and so I got about at least another hour of songs for you guys, and I'm enjoying listening to it. I'm enjoying hanging out and talking about her, man, because this character, like I said, inspires me. And in the military aspect of her just makes her even cooler to me. and she's a little badass, and probably tougher than Ray Ray, who's a pilot. I mean, he's special forces too, but she's an airborne ranger, and that's a different level than an ace pilot. They should have made a sequel for Stargate. I know there are series, but still with the same actors. Yeah, but Kurt Russell didn't really care for that role. He actually prefers Richard Dean Anderson as, at least from an interview I saw with Kurt Russell, as Jack O'Neill. So, love that series, and we've talked about it. So, even wrote a song about it. So, check it out, please. But, we have our theme months, and I really enjoy the theme months sometimes. And, in 2024, we had this really cool theme month for spies, and we watched GoldenEye. And that was 2025. And I just loved it. I wrote some really good. I wrote That's Impossible for Mission Impossible, and then I wrote this one for my favorite James Bond movie, GoldenEye. And I had Diane Dakota sing it. Here is GoldenEye in Hand.
Dark, I'm on your tail. Every move you make, I know the tale. I've seen your mask, I've seen the game, but you're not the first to play the same old game. I'm closing in, I found my mark, I'll strike when it's dark. The next shot is for you. I've seen the danger in your lies. In a minute, I'll give you your due, as it all comes down in a golden eye. A golden eye. I hold that golden key in my hand. It's time to bring you down as I planned. I've walked this road 1,000 times, and now your secrets are all mine. It's time to end mine. You thought you had the upper hand, but now you'll understand. The next shot is for you. I've seen the danger in your lies. In a minute, I'll give you your due, as it all comes down in a golden eye. You thought you had the upper hand, but now you'll understand. The next shot is for you. I've seen the danger in your lies. In a minute, I'll give you your due, as it all comes down in a golden eye. A golden eye. You can feel it coming. Every step, every breath, leading to your final test. No escape, no turning back, as we walk this dangerous track. The next shot is for you. I've seen the danger in your lies. In a minute, I'll give you your due, as it all comes down in a golden eye. A golden eye. A golden eye.
like I was saying in the chat, that one was inspired by the movie GoldenEye and Tina Turner's song GoldenEye. I wanted it to be different from Tina Turner's song. I love Tina Turner and her version of GoldenEye. I think she's the only one who sang it, but it's an awesome song for the intro of James Bond. But I wanted, I love that movie, and I thought that came out really good, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And I'm going to hope that you enjoy all the music. So I'm going to try to stop saying that with each song, but that's just how I roll. Now, I had a friend, and she's still my friend. I consider her like a sister. And her name is Rukaval. And she used to do these really great live streams. And I used to talk to her almost every week, or even sometimes 2 and 3 times a week. And she stopped doing lives due to health reasons. And she's just such a cool person. And I really miss talking to her all the time. She's a little bit short, and I still communicate with her, and I respond, and I comment on almost every short of hers that I see, and she usually replies back, and we talk and communicate that way. But we would talk every week for 2 or 3 hours sometimes. She's just that cool of a person you can sit and chat with, and she inspired me to write 2 songs for Diane, Dakota, and I gave her credit for it in the description of each of these. And the first one, she used to say how I get down all the time. So I wrote a song called How I Get Down on My Side of the Town. And so that's the first one. And these songs are really awesome and fun, but they're just neighborhood centric, hood centric, if you and get what I mean. And not that, I don't mean it that way, but I mean, whatever, it just, it's different worlds, but yet we can make it to one world, and that's how I get down on my side of town. That's what that's kind of about. And then she said something to me one time that really struck home with me, and she said, "Wisdom is something you have to see," and it just inspired me to write this song. And I wrote both these songs for her, but yet for me too, and for you. But she inspired them, and thank you, Rukaval. You've inspired me a lot, and I appreciate it. So here's a couple for Rukaval.
On my side of town, the streets got a vibe. Every block tells a story, every soul's alive. We're different, but the rhythm keeps us all around. Let me show you how I get down. On my side of town, we work hard for our dreams. Blue collar stained, but our self-respect still gleams. Corner stores buzzing, neighbors call you fam. Kids on the pavement, hoops and soda cans. Across the river, yeah, it's a different view, where the lawns are trimmed and the skies feel blue. Big gates, high stakes, but I'm feeling the weight. Their struggles wrapped in gold, but it's the same fate. We got Latin beats, soul food on the grill. They got 5-star plates and designer thrills. We speak in slang, they toast with wine. But every heart's got a hustle in mind. On my side of town, the rhythm is real. We got heart, we got hustle, we got struggles to heal. Different voices, different sounds, but we're all just trying to get down on our side of town. Oh, our side of town. On their side of town, it's suits and ties. boardrooms buzzing with polished lies, deals over lattes, contracts signed. But behind closed doors, they're losing their minds. Here on my block, it's a simpler game. Stretch a dollar till it screams, still living the same. Graffiti tells stories, walls never forget. It's a tapestry of life, painted in sweat. Korean barbecue meets Jamaican spice. You'll find 100 cultures where the flavors collide. Sunday morning gospel, Friday night blues. Our differences unite in the streets we choose. We all come together in a digital world where appearance means less and how you treat each other means more. They see the wealth, we see the grind. They see the walls, we see what's behind. Same community, many worlds but one heartbeat. Every corner's got a rhythm, every soul's got a beat. On my side of town, the rhythm is real. We got heart, we got hustle, we got struggles to heal. Different voices, different sounds, but we're all just trying to get down on our side of town. Oh, our side of town. They stare at our streets like there's something to fear, but these cracks in the concrete build dreams right here. Mama works doubles, Papa swings steel. We find joy in the struggle cause the pain is real. Across the tracks, it's a different show, but they too can see the roots that help them grow. We're the hands that build, the voices that sing. We're the soul of the city, the heart of this. On my side of town, we shine through the night. Different paths, but we all seek the light. One community, one love, spinning us round. That's how I get down on my side of town. Oh, oh, 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 my side of town. There's a road we all walk, rough or smooth, smooth or rough. You don't learn the lesson till times get tough. You can read it in a book, hear it in a song, but you don't really know till you've been proven wrong. Life's got a way of teaching the hard way. You fall, you rise, you find the words to say. It's the scars we wear and the tears that fall that show us wisdom lives inside us all. Wisdom is something we have to see through the eyes of the stranger sitting next to me. It's a world of colors, a tapestry. We gain the most when we let it be. Wisdom is something we have to see. Oh, we have to see. There's a worker in the field, sweat upon his brow, and a singer in the city making crowds say wow. Though their lives seem different, they're both the same. Just folks finding meaning in life's big game. When we listen close, we
can share the load, help each other on this long winding road. Cause it's working together that inspires this tune, from the high noon sun to the rising moon. Wisdom is something we have to see through the eyes of the stranger sitting next to me. It's a world of colors, a tapestry. We gain the most when we let it be. Wisdom is something we have to see. Oh, we have to see. Let's lay down the baggage and share the burden. Dance to the beat, let our hearts feel the wind. Trumpets and trombones, a clarinet's call. Show us we ain't so different after all. The blues teach us sorrow, the horns bring cheer. Life's a Dixieland tune, let the truth ring clear. The rhythm of living, the melody of peace grows stronger together and we'll never cease. Build a bridge from the valley low to the highest ridge. We've all got stories, some good, some bad, but they make us human, and for that be glad. When we open our eyes and truly see, we'll find a shared strength in you and me. It's a chorus of voices, a symphony that sings wisdom's here for you and me. It's a world of colors, a tapestry. We gain the most when we let it be. Hey, wisdom is something we have to see. Oh, we have to see. Wisdom is something we have to see. From the mountains high to the deep blue sea. Take my hand, let's make history. Cause finding wisdom, my friend, is in you and me. Wisdom is something we have to see. From the mountains high to the deep blue sea. Take my hand, let's make history. Cause finding wisdom, my friend, is in you and me.
Wisdom is something you have to see, and how I get down on my side of town. I am, like I said before, it's for me, it's not really about race. It's about rich versus poor. And that's what life is about. And I wish more people would see it that way. Because we all have things to contribute. We're all one people, and we need to just embrace that a little bit more. I think that's at least how I see things. Anyway, we'll move on. Go a little bit more upbeat here as we continue on. I've got like let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 15 more songs for you. All right, so getting down to it, back in September. Yeah, okay. I'll have to really respond to that later. But back in September, the Tyger and I had a theme for radio and Fridays. All right, Katie, you have a good night, Katie, and appreciate all the hard work you've done on the maps, and I'll check them out as soon as I'm done here, and I'll definitely be posting them over on the Discord. So thank you so much. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Like I said, our theme was disco in September of last year, and we had a lot of fun with it. So I got 3 songs that are not going to be on the Indomitable album, but the rest of them are. The last 3 were, but these 3 aren't. They're the 3 disco songs I wrote for Diane. I think I wrote the most for her. And a couple of these, let me see. Boogie Tiger, I think I wrote that one. But Tyger put us. She gave me some public domain lyrics from a song called "I Must Have That Man" by Dorothy Fields. She wrote that, and I have Diane Dakota performing that. And then I wrote another one that's just silly. Oh, geez. All right. Thank you, Katie. I wrote one. I was being silly because at that moment in time, there was a big deal going on, at least in my circles, about that stupid Rule 34 that anything it can and will be, what. And so I thought it would be funny to have a disco song about that. And so I have that one, and then I've got the other 2. And we'll listen to some disco here. Triple shot of disco.
Keep it moving, keep it clean. no definitely denied. Get out of here with that Rule 34 stuff.
Cheat.
drag you to the floor with the disco bangs. She's the boogie tiger, burning up the night, feeling that fever, moving like the light, claws in the air, tail in a swirl. She's the queen of the jungle in a glitter world. Boogie, boogie, yeah, boogie tiger bite. Gonna dance to the dawn, gonna roll all night. Sequins flash like 1,000 suns. She don't stop till the beating's done. Velvet steps on a checkerboard floor. Every eye's on her, they just want more. She don't chase, she makes them follow. Shake it like a dream that's too wild to swallow. Every DJ's praying she stays, cause when she dances, she sets the place ablaze. Oh, she's the boogie tiger, burning up the night, feeling that fever, moving like the light, claws in the air, tail in a swirl. She's the queen of the jungle in a glitter world. Boogie, boogie, yeah, boogie tiger bite. Gonna dance to the dawn, gonna roll all night. Hear the purr, feel the growl. She's coming for your disco soul now. Laser eyes, cosmic hips, one last roll from those glitter lips. Now drop that beat, roar! Boogie tiger, midnight flame, tearing up the floor in the Hall of Fame. Lights go wild when she takes that spin with a flick of her tail. Let the party begin. Boogie, boogie, oh, she's out of sight, dancing through dreams in the neon night. Boogie, boogie, roar. Boogie, boogie, roar. You better run or better dance. Boogie Tiger's got you in a trance.
That month, we really understood the assignment. We put together 10 songs that were disco, and Jess Laws even contributed some disco to that. We had so much fun with disco that month. It was crazy. I'm thinking about putting them all on one album. And if Jess is willing, I think she did a couple, and I think I'll put those on there too and make a full 12-song album. That would be cool. But that was Boogie Tiger. And both those last two were from the Tyger. That was pretty cool. Now, like I said, we wrote like 10. I wrote a bunch and she wrote a bunch. We just had a lot of fun. Now the next three are also not in the Indomitable album, but they were, they were in various things. I got one that's G.I. Joe. That was for my mashups recently, and will probably be on my next album for Diane Dakota. But then I did a bit where I combined a bunch of I did a series of shorts way back when we first started doing shorts called Let's Ride, and there were some cool songs that I put together for that short series, but they were never singles, and I was like, oh, so I grabbed like 12 of them, and I did a couple for for Mason Tyler Shaw's first album, because I wrote a song called Let's Ride specifically for the series. And that one came out really good. And so I got a couple for Diane that were on this album. And I'm going to play them in the order that I have them on the album for Let's Ride. Let's ride the album, basically. So here is Let's Ride with Hot Wheels, which came out, I thought, great. But my favorite, and Tyger's favorite too, I think, of all the Let's Rides that we did, with the exception, my favorite really is the Ray one, where it's Let's Ride with James Bond. But here is Let's Ride with Hot Wheels, and Let's Ride on Mr. Clean's Crusade.
Everywhere, loop to loop we fly, gravity defy, cars and dreams collide, nothing we can try. Let's ride with Hot Wheels out, smiling mile by mile. Childhood dreams on fire, racing to the wild. Neon sparks at night, chasing every turn, limits out of sight. Feel our engines burn, racing side by side. Friends are cheering loud, victory in our stride. We are standing proud. Let's ride with Hot Wheels out, smiling mile by mile. Childhood dreams on fire, racing to the wild. Racing side by side, friends are cheering loud, victory in our stride. We are standing proud. Let's ride with Hot Wheels, smiling mile by mile by mile. Childhood dreams on fire, racing to the wild. Let's ride with Hot Wheels, smiling mile by mile by mile. Childhood dreams on fire, racing to the wild. Racing to the wild.
Yeah, I personally think YouTube needs to get their censor's head out of its ass and stop doing that. Because all I said was, I know, lol. I mean, how is that? What is there to block on that? All right, Jess, I know you don't like it, but it still turned out to be a great song. Here's Let's Rattle Mr. Clean's Crusade.
Alright, alright.
Here we go now.
Mr. Clean on the scene, looking fresh and so clean. He's got a magic mop, gonna make your mess stop. Riding through the streets, he's a cleaning machine. Dirt and grime, he's gonna wipe it all clean. Piles of dust, stains on the floor. He won't ignore Mr. Clean. He's the king, gonna clean everything. He's got that sparkle in his eye, making messes say bye. With his magic mop, he's gonna reach the top. Mr. Clean, oh yeah, he's the cleaning machine. Let's ride. Spray it, wipe it, make it shine. That's right. He's on a cleaning spree. Oh yeah, he's the king of cleanliness. That's right. Gonna make your house glisten with his magic mop vision. He's rolling down the boulevard, neon glow on chrome, foam storm rising, every stain dethroned, from kitchen tile to downtown pride. Hear that hum of the mop, we ride. No mess survives the crusade tonight. Justice comes with lemon dry light. Spray it, wipe it, make it shine. He's on a cleaning spree. He's the king of cleanliness. Rolling through the crime parade. Let's ride on Mr. Clean's crusade. Oh, we're shining out. Got that sparkle, baby. Let's ride, ride, ride. Mr. Clean's crusade.
Mr. Clean's Crusade. Let's ride. I kept them all those songs on that album as shorty shorts, so that it was it would do honor to the original series. And well, there was one song that came out a little too long, but I had a shorts version and a long version of it, so that was cool. Now reason why I'm keeping myself up here is because I'm just going to play the next one. It's my G.I. Joe one. This is Red versus Blue, and I hope you get the context. It was a lot of fun to write this one, and it's probably my first swing or big band song. So I hope you enjoy Red versus Blue.
The sparks all flew. You got Josie in red and Cobra dressed in blue. Run from Ohio, steady with his aim. Come under fire, playing Cobra's game. The Valkyries march, helmets shining bright, red visors glowing in the firelight. He's got his boots, they got their style. Soldiers of Cobra coming single file. Women know that won't do. It's bigger than that. It's red versus blue. Rifles in hand, locked in a rhythm across the land. One's fighting for freedom, one's fighting for might. But they both look good in the firelight. She shouts her orders, he don't break stride. Two leaders clashing on the battlefield side. Bullets sing jazz and the mortars boom like a nightclub brawl with a little more doom. Yeah, hey Valkyrie, you're tough, I confess, but it's hard to keep shooting when you look that fresh. Boy, don't flatter, you're still my foe, but maybe after the battle we'll see where it goes. Red versus blue, sparks in the fight, trading shots by day, stealing hearts at night. It's Cobra Command and Joe's own crew, but love don't care. It's red versus but she lowers her visor, he lowers his gun. Red versus blue might have just begun. Yeah, red versus blue.
I enjoyed doing that song way more than I probably should have. We got a musicals month coming up in this summer. We're going to have some fun with that. I'll probably do another swing song with Diane for that. She is probably our most versatile AI personality. She can pretty much do anything. She can do rock, she can do soul, she can do rap, she can do hip hop, she can do pop, you name it. Brad Gamison called her their resident musical genius, and I've taken that to heart. She can play just about any instrument. She's a musical genius for sure, and she helps them write most of their songs, and or they consult with her, on most of them. So, in my head canon anyway, in the story, I'm gonna play the next one so I can catch my breath. But the rest of these, with the exception of the last one, the next 8 songs are on the Indomitable album, which I'll play Indomitable last. We're here for some fun. Let's play You Have a Bug on You.
What a world we live in. I'm out doing errands and run into an old army buddy. She and I get to talking, catching up and girl stuff, nothing too earth-shattering. Suddenly I see it, I look at my friend and calmly say, "You have a bug on you." Her eyes widen slightly and she asks, "Is it a spider?" "No," I reply. Then she just brushes it off and says, "Whatever." Same day, got home and talked to the mail carrier. Pleasant conversation and bam! a bug on you. I inform him, is it a bee? He wonders suddenly, I don't think so. Again he just brushes it off and goes on about his business. Later that evening I'm sitting on the porch, just me and Ray Ray. People watching, y'all, our favorite pastime. I snicker as I look at Ray Ray and say, you have a bug on you. Is it a mosquito? I don't think so. Is it a spider? Maybe. He jumps up and shouts, where? On your back, get it off. I just laugh as I brush the spider off of him. Few thanks, share, he says, no prob. Three times in one day got me to thinking, a bug on you only matters if it bugs you. Wait, what did you say? There's a bug on me. Is it a bee? No. Is it a spider? No. It's a what? A caterpillar. Get it off me, sugar! Ray Ray just brushes the caterpillar off of me and says, good thing it wasn't a spider. Don't laugh, cause the bug could be on you. It's a funny thing though how the type of bug matters. Oh, by the way, you have a bug on you. Just kidding.
Just kidding. All right, we're going to keep this going because we got a few more to get through and we're almost at the 3-hour mark. Ray Ray was the longest, so he got to 4 hours. I don't think Diane's going to get that far, but you have a bug on you. I had some fun writing that. I don't know what inspired me to write it, but it was a different style of song too. So it was great. Now, Tyger came up with these really cool images during our Friday show one night, and it inspired me to write the next song for Diane, and it's called Cat Fight. And images and song together, just it's like our marriage. We paired it up and it worked out great. So here's Cat Fight.
Hissing like outlaws.
thought that one came out fun and great, and I like the sound of that one. And a different style again. So it was just really cool. I love to work with Diane Dakota because it's just I can do such cool things like this next song. It was kind of funny because Gray was just up here. Well, I was over that way because I'm reversed on my screen because I don't mirror it. Actually, I mirror it. I don't, whatever. So for me, it looks right. Okay. But I'm backwards. And it's backwards, yes. But so Gray was over here. I was saying hi to me, and here's good old Gray.
Oh, yeah. Here he comes, my old gray Tom. We've been friends a long time. Always so winsome, quick to hello sublime. You are a cat of many tales, got stories for every season. Nice and charming fails, living and giving us a reason. But he'll always get back up. His name is Gray, a little too old to play, but he has his way. Give you a snuggle today. Good old Gray, good old Gray. Don't you worry about him. He goes out to get slim on the prowl, making the lady cats howl on fences or on the ground. He's always somewhere around, make you smile and end that frown. He's the cat who's always down with that soul for dancing jigs. His name is Gray, a little too old to play, but he has his way. Give you a snuggle today. Good old Gray, yeah. Good old Gray, yeah. You stay cool, old Gray Tom.
Old Gray Tom and Good Old Gray are the only two singles of the songs that we've written for Gray that we put out. I mean, we've written a few, but not as many as have written for Luna. We've written a ton for Luna. So I thought it was only good that on this new album for Diane Dakota, that coming up in just a week, next Thursday, not tomorrow, but the following Thursday, I thought it was fitting that Old Gray Tom was on there. Yeah, in my head canon, that since we're in a digital world, I see me and the Fridays FtH Players and the Tyger and all our friends live in the same neighborhood. And so our cats just visit them, and our cats go outside and do their thing, and have multiple families sometimes. So that's how I see that, and we're all just friends in this sim hood or maybe Minecraft. Even who cares? We're all in the same neighborhood. We'll have some fun. As promised earlier, here's the remix to back it up.
Just doing my job, but somebody's always making my life hell. Here's an example. I used to have a part-time crossing guard gig in front of a school. Well, rules are rules. Excuse me. Oh, sir, you can't park there. Who are you, lady? The Karen, please. Excuse me? Oh, sir, you just did not. I'm calling security. Whoa. Ain't no need for that. I'll move, but this car's all up in front of me. Where do you expect me to go? Well, let me explain it to you while I bob my head back and forth forcefully and wiggle my hips in a circular fashion. Oh, honey, you just put it in reverse and back it up. Back it up, back it up. Can you hear me? Do you speak English? I say it, back it up. That's right, back it up. Just back it up, honey. Back it up, back it up, back it up. I think you get my drift. Back it up, back it up, back it up. As you can see, it's always somebody or something. Here's another example. I'm just out doing errands, but when I went to pick up groceries, this shit happened. Miss, excuse me. Yes, you. What are you, stupid? I'm trying to buy groceries and you're in the way. Excuse me, but this is a line I am standing in it, about to purchase my groceries. You calling me stupid does not change this fact. It only makes you look stupid. Yes, I see that there's a line, lady, but you are not exactly in it. You know, to either get in or step aside. There are other people here, you're looking at things to the side. Basically, you're hogging the whole aisle and no one can get through. He gets rather close. I take a deep breath. It'd been a rough day and I'm not having any more of this. Back off, jack off. He didn't so. I think you know where this is going, folks. Well, let me explain it to you while I bob my head back and forth forcefully and wiggle my hips in a circular fashion. Oh, honey, you just put it in reverse and back it up. Back it up, back it up. Can you hear me? Do you speak English? I say it, back it. That's right, back it up. Just back it up. Honey, back it up, back it up, back it up. I think you get my drift. Back it up, back it up, back it up. He rather suddenly backed off. Can't imagine why. So if you're out there in this crazy world that we all share, and something like this happens, you know what to do, y'all. Just put it in reverse and back it up. Back it up.
Worked so hard to get a remastered version of the original, and it just, for some reason, it could not. The AI just can't handle the original song. It has multiple guy and girl voices, and the new one just messes it all up. And I tried so hard to get a good remastered version. So I had this really cool second part that I wanted to add to it, so I can get this really badass remastered version of Back It Up, and it just wouldn't do it. So I did a cover instead, and I have two really cool versions of the same song as far as I'm concerned. So I hope you liked it. Because it was, that one was a pain in the ass to do. I don't know why, because it was such a cool and fun song, the original too. And the sound quality, it just, I could have been better on the original, so I was trying to remaster it, and it just didn't work out. It happens sometimes. All right, so I got 4 more from the album for you, and then I have something special for the finale. So here we go. I've got another parody for you. California, Here I Come. No, this is Insomnia by Diane Dakota.
When my eyelids stay gawking and the sleepers refuse to fall, then my eyes turn upward knowing that's the place I love the most of all. Insomnia, I've been true since I've been away from you. I can't wait till I get back to sleeping. Even now as I stand out here in the hall. Insomnia, here I come, right back where I started from, where hours of showers help me bring each morning at dawning. Those damn birdies sing and my head hears everything, pounding and hearing everything. Caffeine, I hydrate. Insomnia, here I come, right back where I started from, where hours of showers help me bring each morning at dawning. Those damn birdies sing and my head hears everything, pounding and hearing everything. Caffeine, I hydrate. Come on, come on, wake up, wake up, wake up. My mental state, but it's still, oh, the sweet bliss of sleep is coming, but I'm at work. Damn you, insomnia, 'cause now all I want is more. Insomnia.
I love it when horror movies turn out to be, for me, more funny than they are scary. Yes. Oh, and about your game, if you can scare me, good, more power to you. You might be able to scare the Tyger, though. She's not as resilient on those horror movies as I am. She's not big on horror movies. Okay, I'm just teasing, looking at her and giving her that little smile. All right, so that's Insomnia, the parody of California, Here I Come. Insomnia, Here I Come. I hope you enjoyed it. Didn't realize he was in that. It was awesome. Yeah, I love Slither. Yes, that was a great movie. He was like the cop, I think, if I remember right. It's been a long time since I've seen that one. All right, I'm going to play these next 2 back-to-back for you. These are the 2 I wrote specifically for this album. They came out so great. I love them. I think the 2 of them are my favorite on the album. I can't decide between the 2 of them. They came out that good. And Indomitable is just a continuing her story and is a great song. And I will play that after that. But I'll talk a little bit, and then I'll chat a little bit after Indomitable, and then I'm gonna play something else, and I'll tell you that, and then I'll let that end the show. But for tonight, and then we'll be back on Fridays because we got a Friday show coming up for you where we're talking Air Force One this week. Gonna have a good time. Hang out with you guys and have hopefully a lot more people, be up for that because we're going to do the Tiger's Eye Wonder and Attack of the Prompt, which we're going to take some suggestions on maybe a new segment for season 4 coming up in June. So we'll see what you guys think about that. So maybe Jesse can think on that if you want. Anyway. So here is Butterscotch Mornings, the ice cream song I wrote as a request from our our French viewer who comes and joins us every once in a while, and she has a good time. Alicia, if I remember, Alexa Lapointe, if I remember, that's her name. And she asked me to do an ice cream song. So I did Butterscotch Mornings. I was going to title it the ice cream song, but the Butterscotch Mornings seemed to fit as the title so much more. And so it's Butterscotch Mornings, the ice cream song. And then it's perfect song for today because we got snowed, a lot of snow today. It was awesome. Winter finally hit here in Utah. And it's like almost a foot of snow outside. It's pretty awesome. But so here's Butterscotch Morning's ice cream song, and Cold Comes Easy.
Sweet like summer. Let's go. Swing, summer in bloom, drip drop, sunset, fragrant perfume. Down at the parlor by the old town square, counting up change, got enough to share. Bubblegum smiles, freckles and tan lines. Everybody sparked back when life was kind. Now I'm grown, but I still feel that light. When the world gets dark, that taste feels right. Butterscotch mornings when the sky was clear. Calico fingers when the storms drew near. Cookies and cream for the tears I cried. Vanilla dreams never said goodbye. Strawberry dreams and a mint chip soul. Cookie dough memories that make me whole. Every scoop I taste takes me back again to a sweeter place I can call my friend. Neon lights, late nights, grown-up game, but the world don't taste the same. Bills, deadlines, city heat. So I find the cream and I find my beat. Sitting on the hood, feet on the curb. Old school jam, got that childhood nerve. One lick back, I remember it all. The laughter, the love, the summer's call. Butterscotch mornings when the sky was clear. Rocky road evenings when my heart felt cold. Butter pecan stories that never get old. Caramel drizzles when I lost my way. Keeps the fears at bay. I got strawberry dreams and a mint chip soul. Takes me back again to a sweeter place I can call my friend. Yeah, it's on a bad day. Yeah, it's while I bad down. It's while I bad down. Yeah, sprinkles on a bad day, double fudge on the pain. Mix a little faith with caramel rain. Sometimes you melt, sometimes you chill, but the flavor of life, girl, that's real. From the freezer aisle to a heart's confession. Every scoop a little life lesson. No matter how the years go by, still got ice cream tears when I laugh or cry. I got strawberry dreams and a mint chip soul. Cookie dough memories that make me whole. Every scoop I taste takes me back again to a sweeter place I can call my friend. I still taste the laughter and I still feel the sun. Every scoop reminds me where I came from. Yeah. One more scoop for the memories. Two for the road. Come down slow. Steam on the window, hush of the rain. Blanket around me, soft as your name. Cocoa on the table, records low. Storms got rhythm, I let it flow. And maybe I'm just built this way. I find peace when skies turn gray. Don't need a reason, don't need a crowd. Just me and the thunder talking out loud. Cold comes easy, but warmth comes slow. Light that fire, let the embers glow. Feels like winter, feels like home. Cold comes easy when you're alone. Easier to get warm in this storm, where the cold comes easy. Cat on the sofa, heartbeat purr.
World outside just starts to blur. Every chill's got a silver tone. Little reminder I'm fine on my own. I'm not frozen, just standing still, taking my time, bending the wheel. If love drifts off, I'll let it be. The warmth I need's already in me. Cold comes easy, but warmth comes slow. Light that fire, let the embers glow. Feels like winter, feels like home. Cold comes easy when you're alone. Easier to get warm in this storm, where the cold comes easy. Rain taps glass like an old refrain. Heartbeat sinks to the window pane. Storm outside, peace within. Every chill reminds me where I've been. Blanket tight, candles flame. Every breath I whisper your name. Cold comes easy, but warmth I find in the quiet corners of my mind. Snow or thunder, near or gone, I keep my fire, it keeps me strong. Easier to get warm in this storm, where the cold comes easy. Cold comes easy. Just a blanket away from that warmth to play. Always can warm up when that cold comes easy.
Now, Diane has done a lot of work with Ray Ray on his solo career, and she's helped all the others. That's what she kind of does. That's probably why she doesn't make. I do a lot of songs in my head. That's how I work it out. Is that she's helping them more than she's doing her own solo bit. And so I thought it was time for Ray Ray to jump over here and support her with some saxophone, because he does that so well. And of course, they've done a bunch of stuff on the Fridays FtH Players together. But that's the only one solo, if I remember right, that he did where he played a saxophone for her. Now, he was in some of her other videos, but he was just like a cameo in them. So there's Cold Comes Easy and Butterscotch Mornings. I love those songs, and I really wanted to share them with you. But the last one from the album here, Indomitable, is the title track, and it kind of finishes up her life story. Now, I'll probably write some more songs about her siblings, because she has 5 of them. I've already written one about one of her older brothers, Umbrella, with Etienne, her older brother Etienne, and that was a lot of fun. So I'll probably introduce some of her siblings over time, because she's got several of them, and she's estranged to some of them, and others she's really close to, and that's just life sometimes, especially when you grow up hard like that. And you feel like a nut. Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. And mounds you don't. Yeah, Tyger. All right, but here's Indomitable. This is the story of from her youth again, but it brings everything full circle to date and kind of completes her life story. So here it is. And I'll cover up Red Interrupters with Indomitable.
My old enemy calls, always when I'm needed the most. Steadfastly I strive, my loved ones depend upon me. It is my hope to simply do right by them, but then the enemy strikes. Deep within it resides, been with me since my youth. No cure, the doctors say, genetic, I endure ever still. In spite of the pain, in spite of the hand I've been dealt, wisely will I play the cards. My old enemy, my constant companion, On you I can rely, and you most certainly never lie. I will stand tall in defiance of it all. I am indomitable, chin up to the stars, ever facing forward, living in my dreams. Though my body is like a prison, take it in stride. I have no need of pride, like a river my life flows. Only my enemy knows how much time I have, my voice to raise an octave. Though heaven to me is beyond imaginable, I shall remain indomitable. So indomitable. Pressure is always immense, but I persevere, never look away. My will constantly tempered on the anvil of life. Tribulations abound, I'll stand strong for loved ones, for myself. Chin up to the stars, ever facing forward, living in my dreams. Though my body is like a prison, take it in stride. I have no need of pride, like a river my life flows. Only my enemy knows how much time I have, my voice to raise an octave. Though my heavenly is beyond imaginable, I shall remain indomitable. So indomitable. Be you that old enemy, or a new one come to roost. I will fight with every breath, so long as breath remains. I will be indomitable. I will be indomitable.
Even though I wrote her story, it gets me. Such a good song. And that kind of wraps up from her new album that's going to be out in just a couple weeks, a little less than a week. The album should be out Monday, and the full video album will be out after our radio show next week. So, I mean, I'm gonna double check that so I make sure I got my shit right. But here is, that's Indomitable next Thursday. So, Radio from the Hillt, episode 44. So we're gonna have some fun. Still our President's theme. I've got 2 more President's songs planned for that, at least, that I'm going to do. And I was thinking about doing one today to finish this up with a brand new Diane song for you. But I decided to do something. I had been planning on doing this other song called, I'll tell you what it's called right before I sign off here. But this is a brand new song I wrote today, but I didn't really write it. I took public domain songs from Military Cadence. She's the U.S. Army Airborne Ranger as part of her backstory. And so I wanted to bring that cadence to a song because of how much she loves and appreciates it, because the military changed her life, And I have a great respect for military people. I'm the G.I. Joe gamer. But writing her story has really touched me as an author and as a something on my shoulder though, but as an author and as a songwriter, I have come a long way in the last couple of years, and my writing style has changed quite a bit, at least for songs. And it's been a bit since I've actually written more to my novels. But I do want to get into that this year. I did publish another Bad Company book just last month in January, thanks to Katie Robbins and Jake and Tyger, who Tyger and I wrote it together, and Jake edited it and added a bunch too, and then Katie Robbins cleaned it up and made it look all nice. So Check it out, Lynn Harrell Bad Company Chronicles, Volume 2, The Way Home. Good stuff. A fantasy adventure. So in our world of Lynn Harrell. Anyway, this song here is about her military life and when she was in the war in Afghanistan. That's part, like I said, it's part of her backstory. It's fiction. It's all fictional, my friends. But so that's what this is about, and that's why you'll see her in her ranger uniform in the field, instead of her like her night ops uniform and for the mag, and or her regular, that blue outfit that the AI will not stop giving me. I try, but it reverts back to it. Oh, that's what your reference image is, but that's AI for you. But anyway, I'm going to sum things up because I'm going to end it with this, and I'm going to say goodnight right here. Diane Dakota, to me, is special. It's just, I love writing for this character. I hope you guys enjoy the results of that, and I appreciate you guys so much for joining me. I thank anybody who watches in the replay. Do the YouTube thing, and I've already gone over that, so I'm not going to do it again. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate it a lot, and any support you guys give us just being here is so nice. And Jess, Cool Gamer, good night, my friends. And Katie, thanks for. I know you're not here now, but thanks a lot. And Betty showed up in here, and we just had a few show up, and it was nice and kind of intimate, kind of like Diane's story, And so I appreciate that, and I will see you Friday for Fridays from the Hildt tomorrow night. Tyger and I are going to be off. Red and I got some. We got to go out and do some business tomorrow and take care of business, because we got to do that sometimes instead of just staying in the house all the time and working from home. But this song it came out really nice, and I didn't think I was going to get it done in time, and it just flowed out. The images, everything. I mean, yeah, I had some hiccups because ChatGPT's being weird lately, but overall, it was outstanding. So I hope you agree with that assessment. Here is Rangers Lead the Way, and I'll see you next time, my friends. Good night.
Choppers hovering, they're hovering overhead. They've come to get the wounded, they've come to get the dead. Airborne, high and low, pull the trigger, shoot the sun of it. Rangers lead the way. In my